Um, there was a slight problem with the other device that I was using. My other Samsung phone. It's a few minutes late. Sorry about that. So I'm opening to the Paintology drawing app. As you can see, it's the home page. This is what you'll see when you install the app on your Android phone, and you can go ahead and start using it. One thing I need to tell you, if you're a beginner, is don't go straight to the drawing tool and then blank canvas and then compare your drawing, the tools to other drawing apps. That's just not going to work with Paintology because you're going to make premature decisions about this app. This app comes with 800 tutorials here. Check it out. No other drawing apps offer that kind of capability to give you all these methods of drawing, like for example, paint by numbers. Yeah, you can see. If you look at this, let's open up this pizza. You'll see that it has a tutorial associated, a video tutorial, and it shows you exactly what to
All
do.
the ways of drawing and painting
And then you
that you are
toggle between your drawing and that. So you pick a color, 1, 3, wherever 3 is, or 6, and then that's not it. You can zoom in and just, this is a chalk drawing. I usually use line brush. Then you can go 5, the green toppings, and change the size. So there you have it, and you can save it and continue drawing later on in my paintings. There it is. So you can carry on drawing along to that. Got it? So there you are. And my paintings, all the drawings I've done. Here, there's a search here, and I got to close all the windows for this one because quite a few windows open. So I'm going to go to the open up a browser here, and then I'm just gonna, yeah. So the page you're most likely to bookmark, paintology.com. Okay, and then click on that pink button, daily step-by-step video tutorials. You can see here it has a stream. Go down a little bit. 21st November. And did we update this? I'm pretty sure we updated this. I'm sorry, I didn't update this. This is not The Forest by Paul Cézanne. This is actually a drawing of William Turner. I forgot to change that. So click on the reference image there. So I'm going to download this image. So I forgot to change the subject. Apologies for that. So the image link, and then I'm starting with Paintology, which is the part 1, rather than the other way around, which I start off with the Produce channel. So we're going to make a drawing of this William Turner, the boats, in the Dutch boats in the Gale, okay? The Dutch boats in a gale. So again, you can see here many daily tutorials with the completed drawings. You can see here, done on the phone. It's all done on the phone, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Let me go to my artworks, and you can see here this one. See that one? That's the actual phone I use, and you can see the Mona Lisa that I drew on that. So you'd be surprised what you can do with the phone alone. Doesn't require, I mean, of course, you've got to be skillful to make drawings like this, but to learn these techniques that I'm going to show you, which digital apps do not show you. They just push tool after tool on your face, you know, and they just basically just want you to use tool, and then you forget about art techniques, which is a shame because this drawing was done with one brush. I believe I used the charcoal brush, and then I changed the opacity setting, zoom, and then everything else, and use a reference image, of course, because I don't expect you to make drawings like this in freehand, and you never will if you keep using without using any tools like trace or anything like that. And I encourage you to use any tool available that develops your skill of art techniques, art fundamentals, like for example, tones, values, textures, volume, shape, form, you know, everything that is fundamental to art, and that's what Paintology teaches you, okay? So the other item I want to show you is you got to, you know, sign up to Quora. So please, paintology.quora.com. Please follow me there. You can see here I've got a blurb every day on what I'm doing, so it's a good idea to follow me. This was Cézanne's painting of yesterday's, yeah, and then this was Edgar Degas, The Star. So lately I've been doing quite a lot of, you know, the Kiss. This is a Mauer drawing. The Gustav Klimt, The Kiss, and then there's so many in Cafe Terrace here, painting that I did on the phone. You can see the Paintology there. So this is not an image manipulation, as one of you people actually put down in the comments. It's none of that. It's actually a drawing. So you're actually making the drawing. You're not image manipulating. This is no image manipulation software. This is a fully dedicated drawing app designed to improve your drawing skills, which you can transfer to other art mediums. Most other apps confine you to their tools for good reasons, get you addicted to it, and get the millions of others addicted to it, and that's the reason why they're there. But they're never going to make drawings. They're never going to show you how to make drawings like this. And you may think, oh, you do it through trace. Yeah, I do, but have a look at some of my videos where I don't use trace, photorealistic drawings. You know, just go have a look. In fact, I can show you now some of my other realistic drawing. Freehand, no trace. Okay, on the phone. Freehand, no trace, on the phone. So these are the skills I've developed from doing freehand completely without any trace. So why don't you take a look at those and then decide for yourself before one becomes quick to judge, okay? So there you are. And this one, actually interesting one, done on the Fire tablet. Yeah, look at that, photorealistic, isn't it? Lovely. Anyone can do that. They learn the skills and they can learn to do that. But lately I've been showing you great grandmasters' paintings because I wanted to do something different. Another one freehand. You may have recognized this was a emerald done by the Marciello with hundreds of pens, brushes. This one done on the Galaxy tablet freehand using my using the Paintology app. Okay, so just before you rush off and tell everyone this cheating or something weird, but this is what it is. So if you want to improve your drawing, I guess most of you are here to improve your drawing skills. You're in the right place. So let's go ahead. I think I've shown you enough. Let's go ahead and open up the image we downloaded. This one, this beautiful painting of J.W. Turner, of the British painter in the 18th century. Wonderful painter. I love his painting. I would classify him as an impressionistic painter, which many don't assume that he is, because a lot of his paintings were very surreal, a little bit surreal, and not distinct or clear. But like John Constable wasn't, not a bit like, unlike John Constable, whose scenes were very tranquil, peaceful country scenes, he's tended to towards a little bit of an escapism in my mind. So this one was quite realistic. You can see how he gets the waves. Wonderful, isn't it? The details of those breaking waves and the color. And I think I may have, overdid it myself trying to pick this. I think I drew this over a year ago. But anyway, so this is actually, if some of you know his original Dutch Gale, you'll know it's in landscape. But it just so happens I cropped this to fit it into portrait, and that's what we're going to do. So how do we go about painting this? So before you rush off and say, yeah, I'll do this, do that, I'm going to actually warm you up with a line drawing first, and then we'll start coloring it. Then we'll start going step by step, enhancing it. This is what the drawing process, which many beginners will not understand for good reasons because they're just beginners. But if you also feel you know what you're talking about based on having seen other people who are also beginners, then you're also going to struggle and to understand what I'm trying to tell you. So remove all that baggage you have off you, and then just look at the way I do this and understand the process, and then you'll get a very important grasp on the techniques of art, plus on top of that the drawing process. And the drawing process to me is fundamental to any drawing. It's what many people don't tell you. So I'm on the line brush and I'm going to pick a dark color here, and then I'm just going to go and just pick a smaller brush. There, I want you to do that because then you get a feel for what you're doing with this line brush, and you'll get the idea of contrast. Contrast is so fundamental to contrast and tones. You've probably heard of it. See what I'm doing? Just picking out the dark tones, and then just doing a line brush. So do that. That will get you comfortable. And use sweeping strokes. Don't struggle and don't try and make it too accurate. Just keep doing that, and you'll appreciate what the painting is all about in trace mode. Yeah. So trace, you might have seen in some of the videos that I do trace. See all these dark tones? I'm just tackling the dark tones. That's what I want you to do. Tackle anywhere you see with the line the dark tones. See that? Dark tones. And then another one. Just get a good handle on this. And the dark tones. There. In order to make good art, you have to obviously have the techniques, but you need to know what you're looking at, and you need to understand your tools. Why do you think the same artist with the same brush, same paints can create a marvelous piece of art? And then a lot of you will say, oh, it's down to born talent, which I don't have. Which, of course, if you do keep that thought in your head, you'll never go beyond where you are because you've already made up your mind that it's a born talent, isn't it? And you'll always be struggling with that thinking. And then you find that you didn't just dive in and just do it. And then by that time, it might be too late. So don't prejudge. A lot of people prejudge. I've got members of family who've never painted or drawn. And then I ask them, well, why haven't you, if you like my drawing, why don't you do some? And then they go, I can't draw. And then they show me a drawing that they did 40 years ago. And then they say, and then they put their pen down and say, that's all I can do. Really? It just makes me laugh. You know, you never bother to learn or find out, and then it says, no, that's all I can do. Well, you never bother to learn. You see what I'm saying? It's a very double-edged sword, and you feel you've dampened your confidence without opening your eyes to what you can do. I was quite good as a youngster, and that's because I sort of paid attention to what I was using, the tools. I knew the pencil could be used in such a manner that I could apply pressure, I could change the angle of the pencil, and I could get the gradient of the shade, you know. Some people don't know that because they don't think that way. They look at that as an instrument which can only do one thing, make a mark. But there's been a lot of subjects on this, why people can't draw. And I'm thinking, if you can trace, you can surely draw anyone. Are you telling me you're going to find this too hard to draw? Tracing this, like the way I'm showing you? It's just in your imagination. Alright, so this is what I'm doing. Look, I'm doing the sail now. Look, I'm doing the strokes, sweeping strokes. As I'm doing it, I'm talking, obviously. There, just sweeping strokes so quickly. Look at these lines, these ropes, I should say, right? Be open to, don't come with baggage, be open to possibilities. And just you can learn a lot. See, I'm going through, I'm not just going through, picking out the dark tones, giving it shape, form, and then the whole drawing will come together. My drawing, that is. And there's a lovely curvature, right? Right, very well. Look how quickly we did that. Don't overdo it with the let's have a look. Have we done that? So though we need to complete a few things, the drawing is not quite complete. Like we haven't done this bit of that, yeah? Just pick up these tones and you'll see that I haven't done this area because there's a negative space I saw there. And then you're thinking, what negative space? What's that all about? It's the space that you haven't done anything, that's all. It means the areas that you haven't covered. Don't get all these carried away with this lingo and then switch off. Try to understand it. It's not difficult. Negative space means any space you haven't done. That's all negative. Positive, you've done something positively. Look at that. You can't see the horizon on that. Look at these dark patches. Can't even make out that horizon. So it's in a gale. Look at that ship there, right? Anything else you can see here? Can be black. Yeah, how about these waves? Yeah, come on. Let's get that going. And let's see. Changes the composition of the whole painting, of the whole drawing. Whatever you do. Right there. These waves are the crest of the wave here that's heading, saying there's a adding to this fear of what this boat's going to capsize or not. No, have I done what I could? I think so. So, and that looks pretty good, isn't it? Yeah, it looks alright. The sky, should we do anything on the sky? Yeah, why not? Alright, that's the negative space. Now do you see what I'm talking about? Look, I'm using curvature strokes. There, see? So I've used the negative space to, now it gives it some form like a sky and then ship. So you can pretty much make out what that is. So let's save that. Okay, and now we're gonna look at that painting. Right? Look at that, it's lovely. So it's no wonder people love this painting. So now we're gonna see where are the light and dark tones. You can see this whole illusion of murky darkness, something bad's gonna happen. The waves, crashing and turning, and then there's some at the horizon, the ship, which is just looking at to become the savior of this boat that's in trouble, perhaps. We don't know, right? You can make up all kinds of stories. So how are we going to start painting this? I've got a choice of brushes, and I'm thinking that I'm trying out all the brushes that's available in the and don't think a brush is specific to a particular drawing. It's not. It's it could be used as an effect, but not specifically to a particular paint. I could do this drawing with all these brushes, and they will have a different kind of, slightly different look to it. All these brushes. So one of my favorite is charcoal and haze dark. So I'm going to go shoot for haze dark. So this comes with a density and hardness setting. So what does that mean? Well, let's have a look at this. Right? Show you in the canvas what this means, right? If I've got the black, right? If I have a 12% with these at 100%, look what happens, right? It's very oily, like in my opinion, the brush. So it's gonna look all right. Now look at that, it's ink practically. Now let me reduce that to 50%. Look, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm basically now building up the tones all the way up to there by doing brush stroke. This is the power. This is all you need to make superb drawings, impressive drawings. Not all the hundreds of tools to help you do every line. That's why people say, I can't do this. It's not interesting to me. Of course, it's not interesting to you because you're not drawing. You just want the easy shortcut path to drawing. If that's what you want, then you're probably in the majority, but you've come here to learn something, to develop your skills, which everyone has to do so. So there you are. So that is, and I'm going to show you how to take advantage of this. But first of all, you've probably seen in real paintings what people do, right? Essentially, I'm talking about traditional artists. What they do is they lay down the foundational colors very with a big broad brush, and then they start tweaking and going into detail, building it up over time. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to now build up the paint. So how do you get the paints? You ask me, right? Well, that's easy. We don't have to mix the paints. We've got such a powerful tool within us. It's called the color picker, yes. So if I have this halfway up and I pick the color picker and go here, look, it's laid down these colors. Wow. And then look at this dark region here. A little bit darker. Look, it's darker, lighter. And now look here. Wow, look at that. Look at these colors it's picking up. And then I'm just using them with 12% brush size, which is fine. And then when you get to the boat, we might change it, right? Look, here. These are the colors. Right? And I've got 100%, okay? Right, you'll see the sky. I'm going to do the sky so you'll see how the colors. So I'm just doing it bit by bit so I can pick up the colors. Remember, the colors change, and that's the reason why it's tones. That's how Turner added tones to the whole painting, giving it three-dimensional look. Right there. It's not quite dark. It's not quite black. Right, so I'm just following these colors that are changing as you get to the boat, right? They're all changing. Then it gets a little lighter. Notice the paint gets a little lighter now because I'm picking the exact color tones that he used for his paintings. Okay, I don't have to mix the paint. It's the great beauty of digital, is that I can get the color picker and get these tones right off the bat. Look how it gets light again there. Right there. It's black hair, and that's what I'm doing, just laying down these. And that's what most painters with the traditional medium would be doing the same thing. You'd think that was all dark and black, but it wasn't. It's just the colors. And then notice that the colors get a little lighter. You may not notice, but that's what tonal coloring is all about. Let's see how we captured it. You can see the tones. See the tones. This one's coming down here. Can you see it now? And then this tone is actually here. So we got better. See? And then there's a tone here that he's used. Right? Look at that. We can capture his very essence of the tones that he's used right from his drawing, nothing different. And then look, it's even quite a harsh tone that comes down, and then he's using that here, a little darker. Look at that, it comes right down, but yet he gets away with it. Wonderful, isn't it? The dark looming clouds there. And then we can check to see if we can got that right. Yeah, same thing. Right now, this is our clouds. We've laid down the first colors. It's exactly like traditional, nothing different, and that's the whole idea I'm going to show you. Now let's go to, actually I'm going to save this, save. I'm going to open it because I'm working with a prototype app because we're launching a new app, so I've been told to save and open because they're doing performance measurement. So let's go here, and we've got the nice sort of paint by numbers area where we can pick the colors. We don't have to guess the colors. And remember, in freehand drawing, I have to make a good guess to the nearest color, and I can do that because I practice this way. And see, I know what kind of color it is. I'm able to pick it up from here, all the colors. I know exactly where that color is, and they're not exactly, but precisely close to it, and get close to that color, right? Got it? So that's how I do it. I'm not going to do the boat here. I'm gonna carry. Yeah, let's do the boat because that'll be an easier thing. So I'm going to go in close, and then keep the same brush, maybe reduce it a little bit, 8%, and then just lay down these colors and use this boat as a reference. Look how the color changes here, yeah? Wonderful, isn't it? There, pick another color because the gradients change. Don't expect it to be the same. Why do you think when you paint and draw it looks flat? It looks flat because you're not paying attention to the tones. There. So I'm not going straight for the details of the smaller brush or anything. Right there. And we can do something here. Like I'm trying to get the bigger areas. I don't want to spend all day here, do it, making this painting, and I'm sure you've got better things to do as well. So here, you see how the tones changed there? Again. There. And then it's so lighter there. Look at that. Wonderful how it changes. And then this takes away the time to mix paints, or even, I'm just surprised that many traditional artists shy away from digital when they know that they've got this color picker. I mean, come on. They're going to go out and get all the pastels, the colored pencil that they will need in order for it to pull the same thing off. You know, with phone, you've got all this right under your fingertips. And you make similar or even better painting because you got more powerful tools. So what are you waiting around for? This is exactly the same thing, except that it's way more versatile, in my opinion. Remember, I'm a very good traditional artist, but that's the reason why when I saw the power of the digital coupled with my technical background, I decided I'm going to produce Paintology. You know what people were missing out because everyone was just quick to use the tools. I wanted techniques, very much like traditional techniques, simple tools but yet powerful. So if you shy away from digital, it's probably because it's something someone has told you that painting is technical, it requires mastery. And of course it requires mastery, technical mastery, if you're going to use the tools for everything. And you might say, oh, he doesn't use Photoshop. Again, let me tell you, I am a very advanced user of Photoshop. I probably used it before you were born, but I would never use it for drawing. I'd never contemplate it using it for drawing, because drawing to me is like this, just like traditional, the way I loved enjoying doing traditional. I use Photoshop for all the other things, like on web, illustrations, graphics, brochures, you name it. It's very good for that. But drawing, I don't know. Yeah, if you want to become a computer animator or something, yeah, maybe you should. But if you want to have artistic skills, this is the way, isn't it? So you see how I'm drawing that? Just picking the colors. Yeah, color picker, pick the colors, see the variations of colors he adopted for these. That's what great painters are, master of tones. What they see they can put in paints and pencil. Now look at all these smaller areas. I'm trying to use this large size brush, get away with the nooks and crannies of what I'm seeing here. And then using my tonal understanding, it's a good brush size, almost 4%, yeah? So you just keep using that, just put down the details. My daughter loves the chalk brush. I don't know why, but she's made some nice paintings with that. She's 9 years old. Okay, so here, see how the color changed from going from there to there, right? So this is a really excellent way of developing your drawing strokes, and at the same time learning about tones, how they change. There's not really any drawing experience required. You're telling me you need experience to follow what I'm doing. Yeah, maybe I'm quicker than you guys, but still you can see that this helps you to understand more about drawing here. You can see where the sails are coming in, the cloth sails. Just filling that in. Pick that different color tone, yeah? Because it'll obviously be darker. Right, so there you are. And then there. And then where else have I got here? Let's do these. Well, we can do all the sails here, which we haven't tackled. So this is like paint by numbers on steroids. And believe me, it will lead you to understand how to make good drawings. Alright, let's have a look. Keep going down. So we've got a nice little guide for... I could have done it without the line drawing because I can see the tones that are going on, but I think it's helpful for you beginners to appreciate this method of painting. Right? Look at all that area that we haven't covered. So let's see what we've got so far. So you're getting the remnants of the little artifacts of the boat in full color now. Right? So let's just carry on, and we're going to do this, and then we'll go to the next part of the drawing, which is part 2 on the Produce channel, and we're going to finish that. So we're going to carry on for another, potentially another 5-10 minutes, so get as much done as possible. Okay. That's that last color there. The thing is with artists, right? They have a great observation. They observe painting, they observe reality much differently to most people, and that's what gives them and then coupled with their skills in applying and using the simple tools, they can bring painting or any drawing they touch to life, isn't it? Just like in this painting, right? Right, going very quickly now because it's got a lot to cover. Still got to do the waves and then refine the whole painting to be exactly like we want. I think we're going on the sea now. Alright, let's see what we got here. I'm going to do that as well. I think that's part of the sea, I don't know. Since we marked it, we might as well do it, isn't it? With the colours appearing there. The top of the boat could be, I think. See, this colour looks similar, therefore I'm not doing it tight. I'm doing it tight here. It's small. And also it's a different blend of colours, naturally, right? Every painting is different. If you look at all my paintings I've done today, I always try to change things up a little bit. By changing things up, you're picking up skills. You're expanding your incremental skills in painting and drawing. And then you find, the skill that I picked up last time, I'm going to apply it here. Look at all these waves. Did we get these waves, or are they? Yeah, they were part of the waves that I wanted to get captured. Let's see what we've got so far. That's pretty decent, I reckon. We could perhaps just do the whole thing, right? Why not? Let's do the whole thing with this brush, you know? Right? Wherever we see it, the same thing. Just go lay down these broad colours, and then we can do the details when we get to it. Okay, look at these lovely contrasting tones. Right? Just do the broad colours. Just lay down all you can. All the colours that you're able to do with this brush size. Then you've got this line drawing, sort of like a guide saying, "Oh, it's darker in that region, isn't it?" It's not like I'm still using the color picker to get the gradients, even within that large patchy region. And you know that if you get close up, there's lots of. But since I'm picking some of the colors, right? I could finish this the whole wings as well, yeah. So we're doing. That's the whole idea, is to do things quickly and don't spend too long. And it's like, this is like the foundational colors, but because we don't have to mix the colors, we can get more detailed in our first pass of the drawing, of the painting, you know, which traditional painters wouldn't have the possibility of doing this level of detail that we're getting. That's all it is. Getting these tones, basic tones, and then keep applying small details afterwards. We don't try and get details in the same pass. No artist does that. Proper artists. Now, I've seen where some people do incremental areas of their drawings, like hyper. That's when you do hyperrealism. They're just following, painting pixel by pixel. Yeah, I'm seeing these. And then picking these two. I'm not too bothered about things. I'm going to finish this really quickly. I'm rushing a little bit, but there's different tones. I'm really rushing it now, and I probably don't want to do that. But anyway, I just want the goal to do this whole, lay down the first foundational colors. So I think I'm going to do it. I think we're on a good target. Just wish me luck. Sometimes you have to draw with utter speed, man. But not think about it. The more you think, the more it can distract you what you want to do. The mishmash of colors, but still, we're gonna get to the detail. So yeah, yes, happy with that, mate. Don't know about you. There you are, almost coming to the end. It's not gonna look obviously good, but that's not the aim. The aim is to keep building it up, isn't it? It's part of the drawing process, and that's where you begin with always fall over, because you don't understand that. Excellent. Okay, maybe I left a little bit of thing, but do I have time for that? Oh no, let's not do it. Okay, I'm happy with that. So now I've got that, which is please do join me in the other channel, part 2, which is in about 6 minutes time, and I'll see you shortly. Thank you very much for watching. Please do subscribe on this channel, and if you don't find the link on the description, it's not working, go back to this part again. Go back to this page always. Paintology.com, then this, click on the pink button on the home page, and that's it. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you shortly. Thank you. Bye.